Hello, welcome back to chapter 4, The Rat Trap, written by Selma Lagerlof. And today I'm going to explain you page 39. So here we go. It is clear that things have gone downhill with him as badly as that, said the daughter. Last night I did not think there was anything about him to show that he had once been an educated man. So the daughter said that it's very queer, very strange. It's very uncomfortable to think that a man went through such a difficult phase in life, that the life turned so ugly, so bad for him, that he had to sell rat traps. And then she further added that last night when she talked to him, there was nothing about him, there nothing uh, in him that suggested that he had once been educated, that he belonged to a cultured family, or that he was from a cultured background. There was nothing as such in his life, from his talks, from his behavior, from his manners and all. You must have patience, my little girl, said father. And father said, well, you must have patience. As soon as he gets clean and dressed up, you will see something different. And father added that, well, the moment you find him dressed up in new attires and nicely washed, nicely cleaned, a new man, a completely different man will appear before you. Last night he was naturally embarrassed. He said, well, last night he was embarrassed. He was uneasy. He felt shy. He felt bad. Or the tramp manners will fall away from him with the tramp clothes. And he further added, father continued to say that the tramp, with tramp clothes, the tramp manner will also go away, that he spent so long as a tramp, as a vagabond. So he acquired those manners, and now the moment he cleaned up, the moment he got on nice clothes, the tramp manner, all those manners and things would fall, that would go away, would vanish from his life. Just as he said this, the door opened and the stranger entered. And just as he could finish these words, the tramp, that is the man, the stranger, entered the dining room. Yes, now he was truly clean and well dressed. Now he was truly clean, properly shaved and nicely washed, properly dressed. The valet had bathed him, cut his hair, and shaved him. The valet made a complete makeover of him. That is, he gave him a nice bath, cut his hair, and also shaved his beard. Moreover, he was dressed in a good-looking suit of clothes which belonged to the ironmaster. He wore a white shirt and a starched collar and whole shoes. Now, he was nicely dressed. He was dressed in nice suit, good-looking suit. This suit, as is mentioned here, belonged to the ironmaster. He wore a white shirt and a starched collar. A collar also he wore. In those days, they used to wear some kind of collar, frill shirt, that is called, probably that one. Collar and whole shoes, and also a nice good quality shoes. So that is, he was transformed into a truly gentle man. Let's see what happened next. But although his guest was now so well groomed, the ironmaster did not seem pleased. Though he was nicely nurtured, nicely groomed, nicely uh, taken care of, given a nice look, nice appearance, yet the ironmaster seemed not pleased. He did not seem pleased. He was not pleased. He was not happy, satisfied. He looked at him with puckered brows, and it was easy to understand that when he had seen the strange fellow in the uncertain reflection from the furnace, he might have made a mistake, but that now, when he stood there in broad daylight, it was impossible to mistake him for an old acquaintance. So now, he seemed displeased. Well, because he realized that he made a mistake. His brows were puckered, that is folded brows. When you are very unpleased, you close the brows, you bring the brows closer, and then make certain kind of face. So he looked in that way to at the stranger, and he was displeased, and it was now very clear to him that he made a mistake. He made a mistake because there was not sufficient light, and moreover, he had worn clothes, he had beard and this and that, so he made a mistake. But now, at broad daylight, in the broad daylight, he could not make a mistake. Now the beard was gone, and he was nicely dressed. It was a proper light, daylight, proper light, sufficient light, so he could not make a mistake now. So that is, he came to understand that he was not his old friend. The stranger made no attempt to dissimulate. He saw at once that the splendor had come to an end. Now the stranger, that is the red trap seller, did not make any attempt to pretend, to feign, to show that no, he was his friend. He did not try to. He did not try to convince him that he was his friend. He realized, or the stranger realized, that all his splendor, all his grandeur had gone. All the opulence, everything was gone. That is the good things that had come to him had gone, vanished within a second. That is the lavish life, the lavish clothes, good clothes, lavish life, everything had now gone. "It is not my fault, sir," he said. "I never pretended to be anything but a poor trader, and I pleaded and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge." Now he came very clear. He came out very clear. He said, "Well, I never pretended. I never tried to never tried to pretend that I was your friend. And moreover, I begged you, I pleaded you, I requested you a number of times that I was allowed to stay there only. Even I said, no, I will not come. I repeated it several times. But you persuaded, yes, you just kept on saying. Even then, when I did not come with you, you sent your daughter. So it's not my mistake." Okay, but no harm has been done. At worst, I can put on my rags again and go away. He said, "Still, no harm, no damage has been done. The worst thing that can happen is I can put on my old ragged clothes. Yes, that is the worst thing that can happen here. Or that is, my nice clothes would go. Yes, so I can wear those old clothes, rags, and go away from here. So that would satisfy you. Well, said the ironmaster, hesitating a little. It was not quite honest either. But it was not either honest. It was not honest. That you were not honest. You could say it plainly that no, you're mistaken. You're making mistake. I'm not your friend. You could say it very plainly. You must admit that, and I should not be surprised if the Sharif would like to have something to say in the matter. And the ironmaster kept on saying that, well, I think that we should call the Sharif, and Sharif would do the talking to you better. The tramp took a step forward and struck the table with his fist. He was agitated with with the word of with the name or with the word of the Sharif. He struck the table with his fist and said, "Now I am going to tell you, Mr. Ironmaster, how things are," he said. He said that, well, now let me tell you how things are in this world. This whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. All the good things that are offered to you are nothing but cheese rings and bits of pork sent out to drag a poor fellow. He said, well, let me tell you, the whole world is a big rat trap. And all the good things that you can see, your mill, your good family, your bungalow, all the good things are nothing but cheese rings, the cheese pieces, small pieces, bits of cheese, and also bits of pork set out to drag a poor fellow. And this is all set out to drag a poor fellow out into trouble. This is all done. The cheese, all this bait. Bait is laid to trap a poor man into trouble. A poor means a man who cannot judge rightly or correctly. And if the Sharif comes now and locks me up for this, then you, Mr. Ironmaster, must remember that one day may come, a day may come when you yourself may want to get a big piece of pork, and then you will get caught in the trap. And he continued to say, the tramp continued to say that, well, if you call the police, that is the Sharif, and get me caught, and on that you call the police, and he nabs me, he catches me, he takes me away, okay, and he put me behind bars. Don't forget in that case that one day you may too want the pork, a piece of pork. And the moment you want a piece of pork, because you have done injustice to someone innocent, so your desire, your greed, all these things, your vices would grow, and you would be attracted to the baits, the pieces of pork, and then you'll be caught in the trap, and you will be trapped. You'll be caught in the trap as well. So this is the explanation of page 39. Thank you.